Welcome to 2021. Bam! Straight into lockdown. How you like dem apples? Well, not very much. Anyway, I've had some new fragrances delivered and I thought I'd tell you all about them. Stay tuned. So how you all doing? Let's talk. We were all so fed up of 2020, looking forward to 2021, new start, new year. And then, there you go, have a new lockdown. So we're all under house arrest once more. Kids aren't at school. There's a piano playing in the background. Can you hear that? So lots of things that we have to contend with. So apologies if you hear any lovely ambient noise in the background. But it is what it is. We've got to carry on, best foot forward and all that. And I just thought I'd talk to you about a few fragrances that have been delivered to me in the last week or so. Some of them I have previously mentioned a little bit, done some first impressions, but there's a few that I'd like to just go into a little bit more depth with. So let's start with a fragrance from Thomas O'Brien from the fantastic YouTube channel Ouch110. So I don't know if you know, but Thomas has released a fragrance called Faun. I think it's something he's had on the back burner for a while. I think he made it a little while ago, but he's decided to make it available to people to buy. And he asked me if I wanted to smell it. And of course I said, yes, I would love to. I don't think this is mass produced. I don't think there's a lot for sale, but it is for sale on his website. I'll leave a link to that site down below. So Faun is a really lovely, elegant, bright, green, crisp fragrance. It's like walking through a bright forest with shafts of sunlight coming through the trees and lighting up the forest floor. You know, when the green moss just kind of lights up almost in this kind of luminous green way. And I think to take a faun, the mythical creature, as inspiration, just in case anyone thought fauns were real, they're not. They're definitely mythical. Well, I've never met one anyway. But I think of those I think of Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe, Mr. Tumnus, playful, lively, mysterious, and it's great. This fragrance really reflects that to me. A faun prancing through the woods. There's a bit of mossiness here. There's some citrus. It is green, but it's not a bitter green. There's definitely some sweetness here. There is actually tobacco in this fragrance. Now, I don't pick up tobacco in the sense that it's this kind of rich, resinous type of tobacco. So I'm not sure quite how the tobacco is utilised in this, but it does have depth. So maybe the tobacco is just providing some depth. And then there's almost an incensey quality to the fragrance. Really bright, really invigorating, really uplifting. I think this would be great as a spring fragrance. You could easily wear this all year round, but I think it just smells just so fresh and full of life that I think it would work really well in the spring. So this is, yeah, not my usual style, but I've been enjoying wearing this. If you were interested in picking this one up, Thomas does also have samples, but these 30ml bottles are selling for £50 for 30ml, and it is an EDP concentration. So Thomas, if you're watching, thank you for this. I'm really impressed. It's a beautiful fragrance and I've definitely been enjoying wearing this and will continue to do so. So that is Faun. Thank you very much for that one. Right, on to the next one. So this is from a new brand, I believe, Steve Martin Paris. So nothing to do with the actor. And first of all, before we get into the fragrance, I just wanted to show you the presentation. So they did send me this for review, and it comes in this gorgeous, I think it's like a faux leather type of box, but it's really high quality. And as you can see here on the front, they've been kind enough to put my name on it just in case I lose it and someone needs to know that it's mine. So there we go. No mistaking that is my fragrance. It's mine, no one else's. And within that box comes another box, an even better box. Doesn't have my name. It's got Steve's name on, but not mine, but that's fine. So look at this little box. This is just really nice, like sort of worn, distressed effect, I guess, on the box. And there's a little window in the front with the name of the fragrance, which is called the Yamuna River. And as you open up the box, it just flaps open like that. Then it's just nicely nestled in there. Just really quality design. And you know, let's take a look at the bottle as well, because the bottle is great. So this is a metal cap. It is a plastic, sort of a plasticky type of plaque on the front. It's not a metal plaque, but it looks really nice. And the fragrance, let's talk about that. So this came as a nice surprise for me, actually. This is a very powdery fragrance. Again, it's a very bright fragrance like the last one, but very different. This is citruses and woods, very powdery, almost got this wispy, ethereal nature. But there's like some gourmand qualities in there as well. I think there's a toffee note and there's some vanilla, so it's definitely got some sweetness and some depth, but definitely not described as a gourmand fragrance. Very elegant, composed with lightness of touch. It's a powdery, fruity, floral fragrance. There's some nice sweetness, but not too much. And there's a little bit of creaminess as well. I think there's some sandalwood in here. So a good fragrance if you like them powdery, almost got a rice-like quality as well. So yeah, enjoyed that one. Now, the next three fragrances I want to talk about are from Galleria Parfums, which is Ashton's line, Ashton from the channel Gent Sense. And I have gone through first impressions of these, but I just want to talk to you about my three favourites from that line, which I now have bottles of, and show you the presentation, which I think is really good. So again, you get this sort of faux leather box and it lifts up from the top. Inside you get a card with all the fragrance notes on there, and then again the bottle is just nicely nestled there with the silky material around it. And the bottle itself, I think these bottles are really nice. I like that they're all different shades of frosted glass. The three of them lined up on the shelf I think look really nice. You've got a heavy metal cap, and just the glass and the bottle feels quality to me. Now, Shades of Seduction is pretty much what it says, really. It is a seducing type of fragrance in that it's very mass appealing, very compliment getting. This is the big compliment getter of the whole line from Galleria Parfums. It's sweet, it's warming, spicy, really easy to wear, really mass appealing. I think a lot of people who smell this are going to enjoy it. If you like Parfum de Marly's Layton, doesn't smell exactly the same as that, but it's got that sweet woody spiciness that Layton has, and it has that mass appeal. It has that same easy to love, rich mass appeal that Layton has. So it's sexy, fun, playful, very diffusive, great projection, very easy to wear, very accessible. It's one of those niche fragrances that has that sort of niche-like quality, but it's accessible and wearable for anyone, really. Not a complex, hard to wear, challenging fragrance. Really, really nice stuff. The next one from Galleria is Cognac Cafe. So this is quite a different style of fragrance. So if Shades of Seduction is the party boy, then Cognac Cafe is the refined, well put together gentleman. So this is a boozy, super smooth coffee fragrance. Really well-rounded, lots of depth to this one. I'd say it definitely leans more into the coffee than it does the cognac. I don't get a lot of booziness here, although I do get a little bit, and I think this cognac accord is probably adding to how smooth this fragrance is. Honestly, no sharp edges at all in this one. It is really beautifully done. It doesn't project as much as Shades. It's definitely more of an intimate sense, so this I think would work well as maybe a date fragrance, or if you're going out to a nice bar and you're going to be talking to people in close proximity, then I think it would work. But I don't feel like I got a big radius in terms of the projection of this. But the most important thing is when I'm wearing it, I'm getting wafts for 8+ hours. In fact, if you get any on your clothes the next day, then you'll be still smelling it on your clothes, because it does last, it hangs around. But yeah, not big projection, but it is quite strong and it does last a long time. So good longevity on this one. So yeah, if you like smooth, sweet coffee fragrances, then Cognac Cafe is definitely worth checking out. And I don't have that many really nice coffee scents, so I'm really glad to have this one. Now the last one I want to talk about. This is the strongest of the bunch. This is actually one of the strongest, most potent fragrances I think I've ever smelt. It's Victorian Tobacco. I sprayed all these fragrances on the test strips that I've talked to you about in this video before I started filming, and Victorian Tobacco was just barging all the other fragrances out the way. It is super strong, super potent, but not in an obnoxious way. I think if you oversprayed this, it could get obnoxious, as with a lot of fragrances if you overspray them. So yeah, definitely don't overspray this. A couple of sprays is really going to do the job on this one. In terms of projection, I feel like this projects massively and it lasts a long time. This is, for me, this is a beast mode fragrance. You know, I would never have thought of combining notes like gin and tonic and apple with tobacco. I mean, why would I? I'm not a perfumer, but I would have traditionally thought you would combine tobacco with sweeter, richer, darker notes, and it is, but the masterstroke of this fragrance is that it has this contrast between these bright, poppy, energetic notes of the gin and tonic and the apple, and then the rich, resinous notes and the woody notes in here. It's just, I've never smelled anything like this. To me, this is a really, really unique fragrance. I think it's a fantastic tobacco scent. I love that juxtaposition between the two halves of this fragrance. It just works so well for me. Really loving this one a lot. Actually, I think I might be a little bit addicted to this, but if you like tobacco fragrances, if you like strong fragrances, if you like fragrances that perform really well, you have to give Victorian Tobacco a try. So overall, I'm really impressed with Galleria Parfums. Really glad to have my 3 favourites from the line. There is a discovery set, so you can check them out as well and let me know what you think. Leave some comments if you've tried them already. I think it's a good line. I think Ashton's done really well with that. So there we go. There are my new frags for a new year and a new lockdown, unfortunately. Hopefully I'll get a few. Actually, I do have something interesting coming through in the mail. I was going to include it in this video, but it hasn't arrived yet. Very, very praised scent that came out towards the end of last year, which I've been waiting to get my hands on, and I finally have. So that will be coming in a future video. But let me know what new ones you've had. Let me know what you're loving at the moment. I'd love to hear from you. Let's get a conversation going in the comments. So take care, everyone. You know, we can get through this. Hopefully 2021 will be a better year. Hopefully we can get through the other side of this and we can all just get back to normal, because I think we're all ready for that now, aren't we? Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, keep tuning into FM, keep smelling good, and I'll see you in the next one.